It's Kenny. We're here at SEMA. Ran into a friend of mine, the Alex Roy. So obviously known from the Drive Network and maybe running across the country a time or two.
A couple times.
Yeah, so an infamous player, obviously in the car scene. Wanted to get your take on your favorite part of the car culture. Not SEMA. Forget SEMA for a moment. Your favorite part of the car culture.
Well, every year you hear, it's like driving is, getting slower, and it's like self-driving cars are inevitable, and in 50 years we're not going to be driving. And then you come to SEMA and you see, well, you said it's not about SEMA, but SEMA is part of car culture. I mean, I expect everyone's like SEMA's going to suck, no one's going to be there. It's pretty awesome, and there's just no way that they're going to take human drivers off the road as long as there are people still coming here and building and modifying cars in the aftermarket. It's like it's too ingrained in American car culture. So it makes me a lot more optimistic for enthusiast culture. I don't know about if I should be enthusiastic about safety, but but hey.
I saw the videos the other day of Tesla hopping on another. Yeah.
Seriously.
That aside,
I expected this to be not as crowded as it was, based on what cynics would say about car culture. But I think it's like in other cultures, the rite of passage, like manhood, was hunting and killing a bear in like the Arctic. The rite of passage in America is getting your driver's license, and so that's not going to change.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. There's a couple things. It's getting a driver's license and having that privilege, and then picking up a wrench. And I think that's what SEMA's about, is giving the personalities a little bit into the car. And it's about the people and the personalities for me. Obviously, you're part of that culture as well, and a very visual one as well. So
I appreciate that.
It's very cool to, the story about the Morgan is one, so you can look that up.
If I could change one thing in my car culture, in my car adolescence, if I could change one thing, it would have been I should have gotten the toolkit and gotten the books and started working on my car myself. I would save a mountain of money. And there's a book called The Glass Cage I've been reading, which is about how automation reduces our connection to the world and life. And that's not just true in planes and autopilots and self-driving cars, but working on your car yourself, which I've not done enough of, is an essential part of, understanding who you are. Because the tools we use, a car is a tool as much as it is a work of art, is defined by your interaction with it. You just get in and turn the key, you're not fully connected. You've got to get your hands into it. So,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Completely agree. And I want to thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, man.
Likewise.
Good connecting. So have a great week.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Arts and whomever else here who wants to pick a fight with me afterwards.
We've had Amy on the show before.
I've been on the show.
Yeah, we know Amy. She's a part of the family.
But I'd like to continue to some more arrest and speedy stories.
More jail stories from Alex Roy. This is fun. Are you guys having a good time already? Hearing something about somebody who's done a lot worse stuff than you?
Another wonderful arrest story.
Here we go.
Is every year the Gumball 3000 leaves London and goes somewhere in Europe, and I'm not speaking of rallies like the Gold Rush, of course, but the Gumball, very wealthy people spending $100,000 to go on a rally. You'd expect the best of everything. Not always. So when you get your ticket...
Kenny Brightman here at the SEMA show with my man, Jeff. You might know him from Skidmark podcast.
Skidmark show, man. Hey, thanks for seeing us on your show.
Absolutely. We connected just a couple weeks ago. He's obviously a voice in the automotive car culture here at SEMA, rocking out, interviewing a lot of people.
We are. The live stage is off the chain. We've got all these celebrities from rock stars. We had people jamming in the booth yesterday to unveiling Sun King's car from the Fast and the Furious franchise. I mean, what an honor it is to do that. He's paying it forward with all the kids. That car is going to be auctioned off next year, October, all for charity. And the charity is the 3 kids that built it. It's to keep their college education going.
That is fantastic. I did not know that. That's great to know.
All the proceeds of that car sale is going to support that.
Yeah, I saw the huge crowd about 30 minutes ago. It was unreal. They were touring around it.
Oh, yeah. Anytime Sun's around, there's a huge crowd.
Of course.
I like to say it was me, but it's not,
Yeah, it's not.
No.
So we're actually standing here next to your baby.
Yes, this is Penzilla. We built this car this year, 1,050 horsepower. We decided to do carbon fiber wide body. I'm a big flare guy. I grew up in the 70s and 80s. and everything was flared, and everything that was cool was not stock. So I'm all about that. You know, I like things that are purist, and I can respect them, but I want to drive something that's individual and reflects my personal taste.
It's about the hips sometimes,
It
right?
is.
Yeah,
It
okay,
is. It's
we're
all
on the
about
same
the
wavelength.
hips. Yeah. I mean, this is also mine. This is my 76 Ford Falcon from Australia.
Beautiful.
I couldn't flare this car. There's not enough of them around to do that. So I had to leave the body stock, but we modified everything else. 600 horsepower, 35-gallon fuel tank, Tremec 5-speed. All the suspension underneath has been reworked. It's a pro touring marvel. I could take this car on a road trip tomorrow across the United States.
35 gallons?
Yes.
You're taking a
35
page out
gallons.
of Alex Roy's book, aren't you?
How'd you know?
I just did an interview with him, actually.
Alex Roy's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, he's a
and,
great guy.
Yeah,
Great
we've
guy.
actually talked about bringing him out of retirement and me co-driving with him and see if we can't go break the record.
You let me know.
Well, here's
We'll
the thing.
follow along.
I know I can't do it in this car. I've done.
We won't follow
You
along.
won't
We want to
follow?
keep you out of jail.
Oh well, I think the more exposure we get, the better. Sometimes good press is or bad press is good, right?
yeah.
So if we got thrown in jail, it just adds to the flavor. I only want to get thrown in jail after we break the record.
Ask for
Not
GT how
during.
that worked out for their testing, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. But we would have to do something a lot subtler than Pencil to make that happen.
I know you won I believe an award for the graphics. Is that correct?
Well, actually, we won a couple awards this year. We went and did the Silver State Classic Challenge. I don't know if you know about that. It's a 90-mile open road race. It's been going on since the 80s. I used to read about it as a kid in all the magazines, and I said, I'm going to do that one day. I've done it twice. Each time I keep coming in fourth. I don't know why. It's consistently fourth, no matter what. But it's a timed event. It's not just speed driven. We did win the half-mile shootout this year. Then we won the Best Looking Car Award. And then we won the coveted Hooker Award.
Of course.
I would like to say that, but it's not. Ely, Nevada has one of the original brothels there.
Okay.
And actually, part of the deal is on Saturday night, everybody takes their car down there, and the women come out and judge who their favorite car is. And it happened to go to this one.
It's about the cars.
It's all about the cars, man. And I got to tell you, that's my favorite award.
Fantastic. Well, okay, one quick last thing.
All right.
What's your favorite part about the car culture? Culture in general. Not SEMA.
You know what I
take it
like
away.
about it is, in this world we live in right now, there's so much tension. I don't know if it's political tension, racial tension, all kinds of tension. And it seems like cars are the universal language to bond people together. And it's events like this when you can see a car like a lowrider sitting there next to an 850 horsepower Mustang, next to an Australian Ford Falcon, next to Penzilla. And people
next
show
to
up.
a Wasp.
Yeah, next to a Wasp. You see people from all over the world show up here. Doesn't matter what language they speak, what their day job is. We all bond, and it's all related around cars. And that's what I love about this culture. I think it brings people together.
Absolutely. And to further that, we were actually sitting charging our phones and met one of the YouTube personalities who runs a smaller channel in Russia, has a wrapping company, and got to meet him. Just sitting side by side. It was kind of one of those, you're my brother in
Surreal
Russia
moment.
now.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's
and
what
it was
I mean.
a very
It's-
real moment.
When we did the Car Chasers show on CNBC, it was the most real car show to ever hit. And it's because I was bound and determined, no matter what, my agreement with them was I was going to buy what I want and sell buy what I want and sell what I want, and to who I want to sell it to. Right? Because I want to show the real side of the business,
Yes.
not this made-up drama stuff. So we've got a reputation all across the world as being the most real car show that ever existed, and I'm very excited to have that. It's a good legacy to leave behind. But what it's gained me is Brazilian fans. We air all over the world, and some people are just now getting it for the first time. So I trip out because I'll run into them here at SEMA and they'll ask me about a car I had 5 years ago on the show,
Sure.
and it's already gone, But
Welcome.
it's that culture, It's like all the Australians that are here, they're tripping out because I brought an Australian Ford Falcon. I'm probably the only one in the SEMA, show this year with that car. So that to me is cool, and to see all these people that are so pumped about it. 50th year anniversary of SEMA. I was here on Monday setting up, and you would have thought the show was already started. It was epic.
Absolutely amazing.
And it's just growing, and I'm so happy about it.
Yeah, it's a worldwide thing.
It is.
And it brings us all together. And without that, I wouldn't have met this man, and I'm very appreciative to it.
Oh,
thank you so much for the time. Looking forward to
Appreciate
racing.
it.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you, guys.
We'll stay in
Take
touch.
care.
See you later.
All right.
Appreciate it.